Imagine a man who had the chance to become the most powerful ruler in the world, not once, but 3 times, and still decided to refuse. In an era where absolute power was the ultimate desire of any person, why would someone choose to remain in the shadows? This is the intriguing story of Tiberius Claudius Pompeianus, one of Rome's most respected generals and the son-in-law of the famous emperor Marcus Aurelius. In the bustling streets of Rome and the epic battlefields, Pompeianus stood out not only for his military skills, but also for his surprising humility and wisdom. Get ready to discover the fascinating journey of a man who chose duty and honor over imperial glory. Born in Antioch, Syria, Tiberius Claudius Pompeianus came from humble beginnings. His father, a member of the equestrian order, managed to confer Roman citizenship to his son during the reign of Claudius. Pompeianus initially stood out during the Roman-Parthian War from 161 to 166 AD under the command of Lucius Verus, co-emperor with Marcus Aurelius. At 35, Pompeianus began to stand out as an effective military leader. His competence and bravery led him to the position of senator, and in 162 he served as consul. His rise was swift, solidifying his position in the Roman elite and earning the trust of Marcus Aurelius, who considered him a close and reliable advisor. The marriage to Lucilla, daughter of Marcus Aurelius, in 164 further solidified his position. With the complete trust of Marcus Aurelius, Pompeianus was appointed military governor of Lower Pannonia, where he faced and defeated the Lombards. His ability to overcome complex military challenges distinguished him as one of Rome's most capable leaders. Marcus Aurelius, impressed by Pompeianus's loyalty and competence, offered him the title of Caesar and heir. This offer was the highest recognition of the emperor's trust and respect for his general, demonstrating Pompeianus's importance in Rome's political and military landscape. However, Pompeianus refused the offer. He preferred to continue serving as a general, demonstrating his lack of ambition for absolute power. This decision is comparable to the scene in the movie Gladiator, where Maximus refuses the imperial throne, preferring the honor of military service over the burden of political power. This was the first of Pompeianus's 3 refusals to assume the title of emperor. His loyalty to military duty and his humility were defining characteristics of his character, making him an example of integrity and dedication to public service. In 180 AD, Marcus Aurelius passed away, and his son Commodus, then 18, took the throne. Pompeianus tried to advise Commodus to continue the war against the Marcomanni, as was the desire of Marcus Aurelius, who believed in the importance of consolidating the empire's borders. Commodus, however, had no interest in continuing the military campaign. He preferred to make a peace agreement and return to Rome, showing little appreciation for Pompeianus's military strategies. This decision marked the beginning of a tumultuous period, with Commodus demonstrating to be a leader less focused on expansion and military defense. This disagreement between Pompeianus and Commodus marked the beginning of a period of instability. Commodus faced several conspiracies, including an assassination attempt led by his sister Lucilla, who was dissatisfied with her brother's leadership. After Lucilla's failed conspiracy, Pompeianus decided to retire from public life. He cited old age and vision problems as reasons for his retirement, but he was also motivated by a desire to avoid reprisals and the constant power struggles in Rome. This retreat was also motivated by the growing political instability in Rome. Pompeianus preferred to distance himself from intrigues and focus on a more peaceful life on his estates in Italy. His decision demonstrated his political acumen and desire for peace, away from the complex intrigues of imperial power. The decision to retire was wise, considering the volatile political situation in Rome. Pompeianus avoided reprisals and possible dangers, preserving his life and dignity. He chose a life of tranquility instead of risking himself in the turbulent waters of Roman politics. With the death of Commodus in 192, Pompeianus returned to Rome and resumed his position in the Senate. At this time, Pertinax, the urban prefect, offered him the imperial throne. The proposal was tempting and presented a choice that could alter the course of Roman history. Surprisingly, Pompeianus refused the offer for the second time. His political acumen made him see the dangers and instability that came with absolute power. He knew that the political environment was highly volatile and preferred not to get involved in the disputes for the throne. Pertinax then assumed the throne, but was assassinated after only 87 days. This episode highlighted the volatility of power in Rome and the prudence of Pompeianus in avoiding such a position. Pertinax's quick death was a reminder of the dangers Pompeianus had wisely avoided. Didius Julianus bribed the Praetorian Guard and took the throne after Pertinax's death. However, he faced challenges and began to fear for his life, as his rise to power was not well received by everyone. He was constantly worried about conspiracies and betrayals. Julianus sought Pompeianus, proposing that he be co-emperor in an attempt to strengthen his position and secure military support. Once again, Pompeianus refused, citing old age and vision problems. His refusal was based on his desire to avoid political chaos and maintain his integrity. This third refusal left Julianus vulnerable. On June 1, 192, the senators summoned soldiers to eliminate Julianus, confirming the political instability foreseen by Pompeianus. Pompeianus's prediction about the instability and danger of absolute power proved correct once again. After Julianus's death, Pompeianus remained out of the spotlight, living peacefully on his properties. He avoided political chaos and constant power struggles in Rome, opting for a life of peace and reflection away from the complex intrigues of imperial power. His decision to refuse the throne 3 times and retire from public life demonstrated profound wisdom and a clear understanding of the dangers associated with power. He preferred the tranquility and safety of a simple life to the turbulence and risks of political power. Pompeianus lived the rest of his days in peace, away from the intrigues and violence that marked Roman politics. His story is a testament to prudence and wisdom, showing that sometimes the greatest strength lies in refusing power. The story of Tiberius Claudius Pompeianus is remarkable for his refusal to assume absolute power, even when offered repeatedly. His loyalty to military duty and humility are inspiring, standing out as an example of integrity in times of corruption and boundless ambition. Pompeianus left a legacy of prudence and dedicated service. He is remembered as one of the most respected generals of his time, who preferred honor over power. His life and decisions are an example of true and selfless leadership. His peaceful life and strategic refusals of the throne are a lesson about the dangers of unbridled ambition and the importance of knowing one's own limits and desires. Pompeianus's legacy continues to inspire those who value wisdom and humility above power and glory. Let us know in the comments what you thought about Pompeianus's story. Did you already know about this general? Don't forget to like and subscribe for more fascinating stories of ancient Rome.